And I love this diagram because it's so simple, yet it actually communicates quite a bit. So on the right-hand side, we've got this yellow circle. And this circle represents what we think the user is going to ask us about, whether you talk about it as intent and utterances or some other term. That's the yellow circle. What you've defined within your chatbot definition that you think the user is going to say during a chatbot support session. Now, on the left-hand side, we're representing what the user actually says, because what we think they're going to say and what they say in reality are often quite different, unfortunately. But that's why we use the advanced sophisticated chatbot solutions, so that in the middle, that's where these two intersect, that's where the magic happens. That's where the NLP and machine learning kick in to map what the user actually says to what we think they're going to say, and in turn provide a response and resources such as FAQs, et cetera, to answer their questions. So just understanding this is the premise of conversational AI, or an AI-based chatbot. Now let's talk about how you're going to train, configure, tune the AI-based chatbot so it makes sense where Language IO fits into that solution. So we're going to talk now about intents and utterances in conversational AI. So ultimately what an AI-based chatbot needs to do is understand the intent of what the customer is saying. And when you're spinning up a monolingual AI-based chatbot, what you're going to do is define a bunch of intents. And then you're going to populate those intents with utterances, all of the ways you think a customer might ask you or talk to you about that category. So let's use Language IO as an example. When Language IO is configuring a chatbot, we would very likely create a category or an intent called language support. Because we provide multilingual customer support solutions, our customers are always asking us to provide support for additional languages in their Language IO configuration. So we will create an intent or category called language support. And then we're going to generate as many utterances as we can, all of the ways a customer might ask us for language support or about language support. Here are just a few examples. Does Language IO support simplified Chinese? Is my account configured to support Portuguese? I want to add Portuguese support to my account. Russian isn't working. So these are just 5 or 6 examples of utterances. In the end, you have to populate at least 50 to 150 utterances, depending how optimized your chatbot is. That's just to begin with, though. You're likely going to have to add far more over time. Now, all of this work has been done in one language, and you have to redo it 20 more times for each of the additional languages that you support, or you can use Language IO.